Good day, folks. Today we are going to take a look at building out the research section of our application. So we'll start by building out these parts here, and then we'll take a look at building out the form. So we'll jump right into it, and we'll go to our code editor, and the very first thing we'll do is we'll create a new component. So let's add a component to source called research card. We'll create that component. And for now, it's just gonna return hello world. We will make sure that we also create a module for that for our CSS. And we'll import our module as styles. All right, so now we have the basic setup. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this card is going to look. And basically, we have a container that has some kind of padding. So we can actually just draw this out and take a look at what this is going to look like. So we have a container here. Whoops, let's not remove that. And then we'll have a inner container that probably displays this as, I don't think we need flex at all actually. We'll just have a container for this, and then we'll have a flex container down here that kind of encompasses this. So we'll have 1, 2, maybe a total of 3 containers. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll have one, which we'll say is class name, styles, container. And then inside of that, it will be even h1, and it's going to accept a title, a description, and a link. So inside the h1, we'll put the title. And then underneath that, we'll have the paragraph, which is going to be the description. And then we'll have a spacer. And we'll have a container down here, which is going to have, let's see, it's going to have the source and the author. So let's go ahead and put that in there. So we'll just call it source, and that's going to be a href with the target equals blank, and we're going to say source, and we're going to put an icon here as well. We're going to put an icon. Sorry, excuse me, I can't speak today. Need to add some coffee, and then maybe that'll help the situation. We'll see. So the target or href is going to be the link. And then we want to add the globe. So let's go ahead and import React component as globe icon. And that'll be in our assets folder under icons. And it's going to be globe. So we'll put that in here. And we'll say class name, styles, icon. the class name here will be source link. And then we're gonna have to author. We'll accept the author as props, and then we'll put the author in here. So we're going to say div class name author, and it's going to have his name, and we're going to have a link. Sorry, an avatar. And that's going to be, for now, we're just going to put in a letter. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to our stock view. And inside of our research component, we're going to, oh, so we just defined that here. That's fine. We're going to create that inside of our stock view. We're going to create research, then research JSX. We'll just cut and paste this over there. Make sure we import React from React, and then we'll export the function as the default export. And let's go ahead and make sure that we import that here. Research from research, and inside of research, we are going to put our layout. Or we're not, because that actually, yeah, that's already encompassing both of those routes. So we don't need to add the layouts. What we need to do is we want to have a class name of styles research, and make sure we create a research module CSS. We'll import that. Okay, and that's going to be, so we want to have a flex box where we display the cards on one side and the form on the other side, and then the cards will be inside their own container. So let's go ahead and do div class name styles card container, and we want to do div class name styles form container. And for now, we'll just say form here. And inside of here, we'll put our cards. So research card, and that was automatically imported. So let's go ahead and give it a title. And the description. And we'll just put something in here. Okay. And what else? So we need the link. Just point that to google.com for now. And then the author is going to be an object with a name property, and we'll just put that Jake in for now. All right. So let's go ahead and check out the app. And if you go to research, all right, so we have the markup in place, and obviously it looks pretty horrible right now. So we're going to go ahead and get started on styling it. So let's go to our code. We're going to say in research, we'll have the dot research is going to be display flex, and then the card container and form container will be 50% each. And then we'll go to the research card. And we'll grab the container. We'll go to the correct module, the research card module CSS, and we'll say that the background color is var. Did I have a variable for that? I'm gonna check. And that's nah. All right, so let's say that it's white for now. Yeah. And then we're going to give it some padding. And we're going to say, all right, let's handle the source container here. And we'll give that a display flex. We're going to align item center. We're going to say justify content space between. And we're going to grab the icon class and style that as well. And that's going to be width 25 pixels, height 25 pixels, and the fill is going to be var. I want to say primary blue. I never remember these variables, but I think, yeah, that's the correct one. That's the one I wanted. Perfect. And let's say margin right of 5. And let's also grab the source link. Say, you know what? Yeah. Source link. Going to have a text decoration on display flex. We're going to align the items center, so that'll make sure that they're on the same level. And we're going to say that the color is var primary blue. All right. So let's go ahead and go style the author. So that's going to have display flex. Align item center. The author avatar will be width, pixels, height 4 pixels, border radius 50%, background color, let's say primary blue for now. Primary blue. And the color will be white. And we'll say display flex, justify content center, and align items, center, and then the font size, the 1 rem. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. And actually, we're going to make this into a component, but for now, we're just stubbing it out. Let's go and copy this. We want them to look the same except for the color, so go ahead and put that in, and we'll say background is var primary blue. Okay, so we're getting there. We want the spacer here to have a class name, style spacer. And we're going to say that it has a width of 100%, height to 3 pixels, background color of var, let's check. So let's say dashboard BG. And what else? I'll give it a margin, top and bottom of 4 rems. Maybe that's too much. Let's try 2. All right. So we're getting there. We want to go back to the header of the research card. So class name, styles, header, and we'll style that in here. Let's say font size var h1. Is that correct? Yep. And we want to say margin bottom 2 rem. Let's say 1. We want to have them look like they're belonging together. All right, that's better. And let's go ahead and see if we can give this a border radius of, I think I put that in. So yeah, box border radius. And this is what we now end up with. And if we hit the source, we're redirected. All right, perfect. So we built out the research card, and we're gonna also give that a margin top and bottom of 2 rems. And let's go ahead and see inside of research what that looks like when we add another research card. All right. So actually, let's only add it to the bottom. All right. Perfect. So now that we have our cards done, we can start focusing on the form. And we'll take a look at that in the next video. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll see you